All right, welcome to class. My name is Ken Hicks, and I have the good fortune to lead the Department of History and Political Science at Rogers State University. I may or may not be the instructor for your online course, but I am the person responsible for the course construction of online versions of POLS 1113 American Federal Government, and as such I am responsible for everything right and everything wrong with this course's construction. So the first question many students ask is, why do I have to take this course? First and foremost, American federal government is a general education requirement, and students must successfully execute a general education curriculum in order to earn an associate's or baccalaureate degree here in Oklahoma and in the other 49 states. Second, courses in American government are required to reinforce the rights and responsibilities of American citizens. Teaching citizenship in the United States is important for a couple of reasons. The constitutional scheme of the United States is very complex, and too many Americans simply don't have a realistic understanding of what government can realistically achieve and the constraints that constitutional principles impose on political actors. Secondly, additionally, America's political culture, which stresses the importance of individual liberty, creates a lot of incentives for Americans to ignore the importance of politics. Students taking a course in American government should recognize that while you may not be interested in politics, politics is interested in you, and the outcomes of elections and the policies enacted at the federal, state, and local level can have a significant effect on the opportunities available to you as you move through life. Third and related, the hope is that taking a course in American government will reinforce the importance of voting in a democracy. Voter turnout in the United States routinely lags other democratic nations. For me, one of the most troubling aspects of low voter turnout is the correlation between poverty and apathy and that sense of hopelessness that too many low-income Americans feel. In my opinion, the legitimacy of American government is closely linked with high voter turnout. The more people vote, the more in which you get the sense that people are engaged in the political process, which contributes to the legitimacy of government's actions. Fourth, taking a class in American government teaches students about the importance of governing institutions like Congress, the presidency, and the judicial branch. Students also learn about the importance of intermediary institutions like political parties, interest groups, and the media. Citizens need to understand how those institutions interact with one another, and in order for government to work effectively. Online courses are asynchronous, which means that there are no formal classroom meetings where everyone enrolled in the course is in the same place at the same time to cover the course material. For that reason, online courses aren't for everyone. You have to be naturally well organized, and you have to be disciplined in order to succeed in an online curriculum. This course is organized on a week-to-week basis, with each week's assignments opening at 11:55 p.m. of each Sunday, and all weekly assignments being due at 11:55 the following Sunday. There are 800 points available for students to earn, and they're divided into 4 different categories of assignments. First, weekly discussion boards are intended to act as a sort of virtual week-long classroom where students participate in an online discussion of each week's assigned reading. Students begin by making an initial post of at least 100 words by 11:55 of each Tuesday, responding to a question prompt. The purpose of this post by requirement is to ensure that students read the material in a timely manner. Students also need to make a minimum of 4 reply posts to your to your fellow classmates' posts. Students' replies have to be at least 75 words in length and demonstrate critical thinking, which again refers to your ability to think clearly and marshal evidence in support of opinions and beliefs about politics. Each weekly discussion board is worth 25 points. Times 8, that means it's worth 200 total points, which is 1/4 of your final grade. As with classroom discussion, students will find they get out of what they invest in the discussion boards. If you are using the discussion boards to try to figure out what you're having trouble understanding, and then you're asking questions about those things, you're probably going to get more out of them. Okay, second, students are also responsible for completing a weekly quiz based on the weekly reading assignment. Quizzes are comprised of 3 sets of questions: objective multiple choice questions, concept identification, which requires you to briefly define and explain the significance of a given concept, and short answer questions, which again, require you to demonstrate a factual mastery of the assigned material. Multiple choice questions are worth 15 points. The 2 written questions are worth 5 points each. Again, so like the discussion boards, the weekly quizzes contribute 200 points towards students' overall grade. Students are also responsible for completing a midterm and final examination, which each of which are worth 100 points. Unit 1 covers the material from weeks 1 through 4. Unit 2 covers the material from weeks 5 through 8. Examinations are basically larger versions of the quizzes, and you'll have 2 hours to complete them. Fourth, students are responsible for submitting a weekly current events journal. Those assignments require students to describe a contemporaneous news event from a credible journalistic newspaper or magazine. Students need to provide a link to the story, briefly summarize the information in the article, and explain how the article they selected relates to some aspect of the assigned reading from the text for that week, and how that week contributes to their understanding of American politics. Again, each assignment is worth 25 points, 200 total points. So to summarize, the weekly discussion boards and weekly quizzes are each worth 200 points. The unit examinations are worth 200 points, and the weekly current events journal is worth 200 points. So it adds up to 800 points. So if you are good at math, that means in order to earn an A, you have to earn at least 720 points. To get a B, you're going to earn at least 640 points, and so on. You can earn up to 80 points, which is roughly 1 letter grade, but you have to request additional work, and that's usually going to involve me sending you an article for you to review. I'm going to wrap this up now. I hope students enjoy this course, and I'm happy to hear any ideas you might send my way to improve it. Once again, welcome to class. I hope you find it enjoyable and educational.